Hey, welcome back. I'm Michael, aka Big Blue D. Today's subject is something that's really bothering me, um, and that's the fact that we have lost the ability to relate to each other. Like, we don't know how to communicate as human beings with each other anymore because technology has basically enveloped our lives so much that we'd rather check to see if somebody likes our newest post, um, or has clicked the heart button on Instagram than actually having a decent conversation with each other. Um, I grew up in the '80s, so like back then, all right. For this is just an example of uh, of how things have changed. And I know a lot of you are probably going to be watching this and thinking like, "Oh, that sounds terrible. Like, why would anyone enjoy that? Like, I'm so glad that we don't do this anymore." But okay, so you're out and you're at maybe a bar, right? You meet a nice girl and you want to get her phone number. You didn't have cell phones to type in the number. You actually had to find a napkin or have her write it on your hand or whatever, and pray that you didn't lose it when you got by the time you got home. And then, and this is going to be a really foreign concept to a lot of you, we didn't text. There was no texting. We had to pick up the phone. Landlines, no cell phones. So if one person was on the phone already, you're out of luck. But you had to pick up the phone and actually call her, talk to her like a human being. That's so scary. I know, right? Like, so there was that, and you might think that sounds again terrible, but in the long run, it was great because you got to know each other. You got to actually talk and get a feel for each other's personalities, likes, whatever. Now, I mean, you cannot read intention or inflection when texting. It's impossible. I've had my own brother think I was pissed at him multiple times, um, from texts just because you cannot read inflection or intention. So there's that. If you saw a date out, like if you were at a restaurant and you saw like a young couple out on a date, they were talking to each other. They were looking at each other in the eyes, eye contact. Or, I mean, in my case, eye, just eye contact, because. But um, they were looking at each other in the eye and having a conversation, enjoying each other's company. Now, I guarantee you, if you pay attention the next time you're out and about, like at a restaurant, whatever, if you see a young couple on a date, you're going to see them on their phones. You know, just just like this. Then the food will come and they'll kind of give it a glance. You know, they'll put the phone down for a second, eat a couple of bites, and then grab the phone. It's terrible. It's awful. We're literally turning into zombies. Kids today, um, they don't know how to play with each other because they're used to, like, rather than playing a game of tag or manhunt. Manhunt was the shit, by the way. Still is. I recommend it to all the kids. Put down your friggin' iPads and go play some manhunt. Um, but yeah, like kids nowadays, they're so involved with their iPads, their phones, their Xbox. They don't know how to play games directly with each other. Everything is like online or or linked, and it's sad. We are losing our humanity, like one step at a time. We used to be, um, I mean, well, no, not we used to be. We are pack animals. Like humans are meant to be, um, together. Like we're pack animals that thrive when we are a pack, when we are interacting with each other, and watching each other's backs, etc. Um, we are losing that if we haven't lost it already. We are no longer a pack animal. We are basically turning into these lone wolves. And it's like Sansa Stark said, when winter comes, the lone wolf dies, but the pack survives. Um, and it's so true. It really is. It is so true. Uh, we are losing the ability to interact with each other on a basic human level, um, relate to each other on a basic human level, and it's sad. Like we need to be It's like we're constantly bored, and it's like, oh man, what am I gonna do now? I need to check Facebook. Oh man, okay, I'm done with that. Let me check Instagram. Oh man, I'm done with that. Let me check Snapchat. Oh man, I'm done with that. Let me try, whatever the newest thing is, TikTok. I don't know. It's really, it's just gotten so brutal. And I guess my thing is, like, I wanted to vent about that, but I also wanted to, like, anyone who's watching this, if you found yourself, if you're guilty at all of doing the things that I've told, been talking about, if you find yourself like on your phone for more than 2 hours, like an hour or 2 hours a day, shut your phone off. If you have like a safe or, some kind of a locker or a box or something you can put it in, do it. Do it for the day. I beg you. Put your phone away, put your iPads away, laptop if you got it. Go out and interact with people. I know it sounds that, and you're probably, and so a lot of you are probably thinking, well, I'm shy or awkward or whatever. Like I can't do that, or I have social anxiety, whatever. Um, like yeah, the people with real social anxiety, like I get it. That's you know, can't help that. But a lot of people, I feel like, think they have it, and really, it's just that they don't know how to interact with people because they've never done it. Go out, force yourself to talk to a stranger on the street. If you see someone reading a book, like in the park, ask them how the book was. Do you recommend it? What's it about? Um, like ask for directions, even if you don't need directions. Be like, hey, I was looking to go to the nearest miniature golf course. Like check it out. Do you know how I can get there? And then if they tell you, be like, maybe be like, hey, you want to come along? I mean, come on, like, get some social values back, get some social activity back, find that little shred of humanity still left in you, and relate to someone. It's just gotten so bad. Like, put down the tablets, put down the phones, put down the laptops and PCs, and get some fresh air. Get some human interaction. I'm begging you, because as bad as it is for you, your kids are going to watch you or are watching you and how you live, and they're going to duplicate it even to a more extreme level. Your kids are learning from you, and it's going to be worse for them. They're not going to have friends, and if they do, very few. And those friends are going to be the same way probably. And they won't have an actual friendship. They'll actually just, you know, talk to each other. Even though they're sitting 3 feet apart, they'll talk to each other on their phones. That's not friendship. Like, come on. So yeah, that's my rant and vent for the day. Um, I will be doing another one shortly, either tonight, maybe tomorrow, or Wednesday. We'll see. Um, but yeah, so that's that. If you liked what you saw, click the subscribe button, the notification button. Um, if not, you could always tell me to go, F off in the comments. Um, or tell me how I can improve, whatever. So yeah, you can also follow my Twitch channel if you're into gaming. Just Big Blue D, no spaces. And I'll see you later. Treat each other with respect and love.